Hello everybody and welcome back to Insurmountable, here where we're going after the journalist. We went for the scientist last time. Yes, investigative journalism. It is cold weather out here, so we need to be a little bit careful, and hence I've built up the adventurer, our main character, the one we've kind of used the most. We've only just done the scientist last time, so I'm not really sure we want to be using them again just yet. But I'll give myself some fur gloves just to increase my body temperature, because I'm concerned we might have issues with kind of our heat levels when we're going out to find this journalist. It's only a difficulty of 1, so I can't imagine it's going to be too bad. And we're going with our standard setup of a tent, an oxygen bottle and some canned food. And I hope we find some other stuff en route. So, once we find the journalist, that should be all 3 of the characters found. I don't know how that's going to affect things. That'll be the second side mission that we need to do. We need to do at least a minimum of 3, I believe, to be able to progress to the second peak, but it might be worth doing 1 or 2 more depending on how things go. The mysterious stranger has seen another person in the mountains. This person is not from the area and looks like a journalist. That can't be a coincidence. You think he'll make a good ally, but first you must find him. Right. Some missions require you to use a tracking device to find your next goal. You can activate it or deactivate it on your skill bar on the bottom right. You can then move your camera to find your goal. The closer your goal is to the centre of the screen, the stronger the signal will be. Remember to look up and down to find a precise location. Right, we don't have a... Oh my goodness, this is a steep mountain. We don't have a precise starting point. No signal. Okay, so we've got a signal from over there. Gotcha. Let's turn that off because it's quite cumbersome to listen to. Okay, let's head up this way. It's quite rocky. We can probably find a safer route round. I would like to find a couple of things en route. There's a cave there should we need to spend the night, which might be quite useful. There is a little bit of rocky terrain here. I'm not sure we're going to be able to avoid all of it, so I think we should just go for it really. And hope for the best. We do have our active skill here, sprint, but let's not use that just yet. We're still in the early stages over here. Make sure we still know where we're going. So I actually probably want to head just over the top of that. I just want to head over the top of this mountain and then see what's going on. We're going to use more energy on the ice, but this is a very steep mountain. I don't particularly see any other option. If there is another option, it's a very long, slow way around. There's a bunch of things up here, including a cave, so I'm going to just do my best to get up there. Just going to stop here momentarily. Is there a safer path I can take up there, I wonder? Yes, right, I don't encounter any issues. I'm using a lot of energy to climb up. But there is a cave here, so that's not the end of the world. Nearby in an abandoned camp, there are a couple of empty oxygen bottles. You take the time to search the tent? Yeah, I will. That's fine. I'll thoroughly search the tents because I'm going to be going for a sleep pretty soon anyway. Find 1 bottled oxygen. Wonderful. We will take it. Whether we need it is another question. Do we want to risk going over there then coming back? It's a little bit dangerous. I'm going to take the risk because we're still fair. Oh goodness, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, this is just the death zone. That's fine. I'm going to take it slow. I'm not going to be running too much forward to get there, but I do want to see what's up here. A balancing act. A crevasse splits the ground in front of you, blocking your way. You risk a glass downwards and notice an old backpack hanging from a ledge. We're going to attempt to grab it. The backpack is still well out of reach. We'll try once more. It's just out of reach. Damn. We tried. Can we make it back to the cave safely? No, we can't. That's unfortunate. That means we're using our canned food much earlier than I might have liked. But I don't particularly see another option. I thought it would have been worth it had we got something useful out of it. But really I shouldn't have attempted to do so. Especially with how cold it is. I need to be very careful of my energy. That's something I've struggled with last time. You enter the cave cautiously. A short way ahead of you, the ground disappears. There's a wide, deep fault in the earth, in front of you, stretching from one wall to the other. I'm not going to explore. I'm just going to lie down and sleep. And the wonderful thing is, because We are in the cave, we don't need to use our tent, but we do need to keep an eye on our oxygen and our body temperature, as it's only going to get worse and worse as time goes on, although it is a better day tomorrow, it seems. Once we get up into this little bit up here, we'll have a look as to what we can find next. Exhausted, you roll your head back, you gasp, and your pupils dilate as a comet flies over you, its bright tail stretching miles behind it. What a spectacle. We get our first level up, wonderful. So we can preserve energy, but it's only a limited time effect. Whenever you wake up, gain 4 energy, 4 body temperature, and 4 oxygen. I think I'm going to go for that, because we probably will be waking up quite a bit, probably more than we think. And we find an intact tent. There's nobody inside, but the embers in the fire pit are still glowing. We can search the camp, or we can continue. I'm going to continue my journey, because I don't want to be a thief. I don't think that's a good thing to be doing. This looks a bit more of an expansive mission. You come across the remnants of wall, weathered stones, wolf's head stares at you with its lifeless eyes. We will stay and examine the relic. That's a big pile of energy lost. You are astounded by the delicate craftsmanship. How old must this wolf's head be? One thing is clear. People once lived here and erected impressive statues. What kind of civilization was it, and why have you never heard of them? As you ruminate on the many unanswered questions, your eyes wander a small chest. You find some tea. Pretty useful, but we do need to keep an eye on our energy. Goodness me. Right, let's use our tracking device. So we want to be going that way. I'm guessing we'll have to end up going to the top anyway. For now though, let's just head to the next area, but we keep on finding some more issues. When climbing next to a flat crevasse, you lose your footing. Start sliding down. After a few feet you manage to catch yourself. I'm going to take the loss in time and temperature because I'm just concerned about our energy levels. But I want to see what we find here. We find a shrine. There's an active fire pit, but not a soul around. The flames seem to be fighting the ice wind for survival. Watching the fire dance in the cold of in the face of the cold is almost meditative. You watch it again for a while and regain quite a lot of heat or quite a lot of energy. I think we're doing okay for heat, especially because we've got our gloves. So I don't think that's a major problem. The terrain here is not particularly good. We can go round, that's going to take us longer. It's arguably a lot safer. And there is a cave there, which we could sleep in. That might be useful. So we might search this and then go over to the here and then the cave. We found some old pythons. This is going to require some more energy to go up to the top. That's a lot of energy to burn, but we do have a cave nearby. Halfway up, you look down. A fall from the side could kill you. At this moment, the python carrying your weight comes loose. Instinctively, you grab a crevice and cling to the rock face like an insect. With all your strength, you creep up inch by inch until you finally reach the plateau and shelter in a rocky niche. Quite shaken, you discover something left behind by someone who came before you. Oxygen mask. That is wonderful. I'll happily take that. And then, can I make it to the cave? I think I'm going to go to the cave first, actually. Let's level up. Active until the end of the mission. When you use the consume vital, you gain some body temperature. I'm going to go for the oxygen because we are in the death zone and I don't want to have any issues with oxygen going forward. I'm going to go... Do I want to do this meeting? No, I think I want to go to the cave first. And then I'll go deal with this in the morning when I have my energy back. You notice a strong smell. Do we follow the smell? Let's follow the smell. You come across a small waterhole. A thin ray of light falls on the opening in the solid rock ceiling and reflects off the water's surface, creating an intricate light pattern that mesmerises you for a moment. Wonderful. It gives us some experience points. It's not bad at all. We're going to sleep for a long time and we should be back up right at the beginning of daytime. I'm concerned about how our meter's going down quite quickly this time. Okay, let's now head back here. Hopefully we don't have any major issues on that rock. Thankfully we didn't. We might find something useful here. Fresh snow is piled ahead of you on a mountainside. There must have been an avalanche here recently. As you trudge through the heaps of snow, your gaze falls on a vacuum flask of tea. That's a lot of energy and a lot of time I don't think I can afford to take. I'm going to take the tea. It's too dangerous to stay. And this tea can be useful for me, and I might be able to give it to someone else later on down the line. I can take it slow too. That's more energy, more body temperature, more oxygen. Or limited effect thing. We'll take it slow too. It's not an ideal one. It's probably not what I would naturally choose. That's okay. I think once we get over to the other side of this mountain, we'll have a better idea of what we're looking for. Is this that's a relatively safe route round, it looks like. So we'll do that. I imagine we'll have to climb the peak over there, because that's the highest point on the mission. I can't see why that wouldn't be the case. That's the ping, that's what we're looking for, just over there. It's good we found it now. Okay, we found some rubble. Every step you take sets off a mini landslide. When stones... Oh my goodness, I can't speak. With stones rolling out from under your feet and down the mountainside. We're going to take a little bit of a hit of oxygen and give rubble a wide berth. It's easily the safest thing to be doing. Ah, I see the problem. Right. There's a cave there. And we'll probably spend the night there before we go meet the journalist, or part of the journalist. Just going to pause here. We're no longer in the death zone, but we will be re-entering it pretty soon. Okay, we'll try that. That looks a bit of a safer route. And then we'll go there and see what awaits us. We don't have much more equipment, although we do have enough oxygen, so we're losing oxygen very, very slowly, so it's not the worst in the world. And we do have a couple of oxygen bottles with us. Go into a cave, we're going to sleep to get our energy back. It's going to keep our oxygen moving down, but that's okay. The main thing is we have enough energy, because that can sometimes be a real problem for us, I've noticed. Okay, onwards. Again, it's unfortunately not a great way around. I think we'll just follow what the game says, because it's not always the best path, but it doesn't seem to be a great way around otherwise, so we're just going to have to deal with it. What have we found here from the journalist? I wonder. You come across an abandoned campfire. A few half-burned scribbles are peeking out from beneath between blackened twigs. Something about an anomaly. They're obviously belonging to the stranger. You dig around the ashes, they are still warm. The stranger cannot be that far away. After a short pause, you get up to go find him. We get a bunch of stuff back. Wonderful. So we found the first clue. We've got to find the second clue. Which direction is this, then? Right, it's this way. Kind of down here. I suspect it might be fairly high up. We shall have to see. We're going to head over here, see what this is. Hopefully no major issues. Wonderful. We find a flower. Your gaze wanders across the ground as you bounce on a narrow ridge. Something catches your eye. Covered with a fine layer of ice, the bright colours of a mountain flower shine out from between the rocks. You bend over to the petals and inhale the delicate fragrance. A warm feeling of happiness streams within you. Mountain flowers. Possibly mountain drugs. Right. What is going to be the best way around? Goodness me, the camera angle is hard to maneuver sometimes. Okay, well, it's over that way. So I think we'll just go that way as best possible. It does seem to be pretty rocky, but I think we can get there fairly safely. Without too many issues. I say that. There might not actually be a climbable way around. We might have to go around a slightly longer detour than I might have perhaps hoped. Okay, there is a way around. It's not a particularly good one. Somewhere over here. So I do suspect that we are going to have to climb the mountain. Is there a better route we can take through here? That looks relatively safe. Sure. Let's do that. I don't see how that treacherous climb can go wrong at all. We do just need to keep an eye on energy. We do have our tent, so I need to remember to use that, because I nearly always look for caves, but it's not always the best solution, because sometimes the caves are quite out the way. So sometimes it's better just to use the tent. Okay, rocks and debris as far as the eye can see. You bounce carefully on the boulders so as not to slip and fall. Suddenly right in front of you, a shadow leaps out of a recess in the rock, coming straight at you. You jump in fear, lose your balance and crash to the ground. You see a mountain hare. You scrape your knee because of a bunny. 30% energy cost on all terrain for 16 hours. Not ideal, but we will just have to take it. So I want to save my sprint for the right moment. I'm just going to stop here as opposed to going further. Somewhere. I wonder if it's around this little mountain peak here. This little spot here, I wonder. It might be that he got trapped somewhere. I'm going to head up here. The question is, do I want to wait? I could take the time to search the tents. And I think I will do so, because I don't think I need more tea. I find nothing useful, but that also passes time and gives us more experience. So we can... Fresh air. So time cost goes down. I'm gonna take fresh air. That's okay. I don't mind having some extra time down. Now, where do we need to go from here? It's got to be just over this mountain ridge, I would imagine. But I'm going to spend the night here because I just don't think we can keep going at the moment. So we'll sleep for a long time. It's going to knack our oxygen a little bit, but it means that we'll be in, well, it'll be about 4:30 in the morning, I think, by the time we start again. 2:30, 3 o'clock almost. We do need to get over this mountain, then we should find our next clue as to who this journalist and where he is. Okay, you enter an expansive cave. Countless stalactites hang from the ceiling, some of which are longer than your arm. Water droplets trickle gently from the tips of the stalactites on the rocks and into the pools below. The soothing and tinkling sound they make as they land leaves you feeling calm and relaxed. The rocks formations must be thousands of years old, dating back to before the first traces of people on this island. Makes you happy to think that anything could endure here for so long. It's wonderful. I was hoping for a little bit more important stuff, to be honest. We're going to just stop here, so I'm hoping this is going to be a safer route up. Not necessarily the quickest route, but the safer route, and I think we need to really prioritise safety at the moment. Because we just need to be a little bit careful about how things are going. Okay, I think we can make it round there. I'm just very wary of our energy usage. There's a cave there. That means pushing on without... Hang on, let's see... Do we know where we need to go? Somewhere down there. I could push on, but I think that would be a silly idea because we have no energy left. So unfortunately, I think we're going to have to use another tent, which I really didn't want to do because it means we're also going to be travelling during the night time. But we're going to sleep for a long time. Get as much, but we need to get as much use out of our tent as possible, because it seems like soon we're going to be sleeping among the stars, and I don't think that's going to be very useful for us at all. Do we want to actually go in that? I'm going to save that cave, because that cave might well be useful for us at a later stage, in case we need to come back this way. There's only so many caves to work with. Now, where is this thing we're looking for? Somewhere over there, right. The problem is the terrain here is really rather cumbersome to get down. Because we're actually nearly at the peak, but the peak doesn't seem to be doing much for us. We're nearly at 7,000 feet. There's something over there, but again, that's just not really feasible for us to go for at the moment. I think we just need to be heading for our destination at this point. Just the question is there there's a somewhat safe route down. Tell you what, if we stop here, we can nearly make it back to the cave. Because I don't see any more caves along the way. The problem is it loops back on us. That's the only issue I have. So I think we just have to take it in another direction instead. We are being affected by deep snow quite a bit. Ooh, there's something down here. Is that a cave? Or is that another... That's another potential item, but we are soon going to have to be sleeping amongst the stars unless we make some progress here. Okay, we need to go over there. I'm really hoping we can find him. Find reach his second clue. Suggests there's probably a third clue. It's normally how these games work. It comes in groups of threes. Okay, we're going to go to here. Well, there's a second thing here. Oh, I can't quite make it there. That's infuriating. So we're going to have to sleep again. If I sleep under the stars, what does that cost me? It costs me body temperature and sanity. I'm going to keep my tent for now. Oh, that takes a lot of body temperature out. Let's sleep briefly outside. I want to keep my tent for an emergency. It does knock our sanity a bit as well, but I'm hoping we might find some more things just down here. Apparently that's a very cumbersome climb for us to do, though. Not entirely sure why. Can we use sprint? I'm going to use my sprint. That gets us down there. And also to this, potentially here as well, if we're lucky. We find a shrine. Please give me energy. Thank you. I don't think we need the oxygen particularly. The energy, however, will be much more welcome. And this looks to be a meeting of someone. You encounter a mountaineer sitting listlessly on the icy ground. We give him oxygen. We can encourage him to stand up at the cost of our own oxygen and temperature. I will give him an oxygen bottle. Oxygen, I think we're okay on. Oh dear. That might have been a mistake. The mountaineer suddenly jumps up and runs off. Before you can warn him, he falls into a chasm and disappears in the fog. That's sad. He may yet be alive. We don't know that. But that's not an excellent outcome. It's not what I really would have wanted. There's a cave over there, which is a little bit better. I just want to see what's in this chest here. Perhaps we gave him too much oxygen and he was suffering from a lack of it. Okay, we find a crystalline frost. We'll examine the ice crystals. You stare at the patterns of frost transfixed. It's almost as if they're moving and growing before your very eyes. The thought of that beauty, such as this can exist in even the most hostile, inhospitable climates, leave you feeling reassured and content. Level up. these are all, problem is, these are all limited time effects. I'm going to take preserve energy because the energy is having a bit of an effect now. And then I was hoping it might get us over there, but no. Okay, let's make sure we're still going in the right direction. I suggest that downwards is the way we need to be going. Somewhere over this way. There's not a... Sadly, there's not really a path round there. So we may need to sleep out in the open again, or use the last bit of our tent. Oh, okay, so the terrain slopes down in front of you. It's completely covered with boulders and fragments of rock. I'm going to turn around, but our temperature is getting dangerously low. We do have some tea, and I'm going to use it just to give ourselves a little bit of breathing room in that regard, especially if we need to end up sleeping outside again, which I'd really rather not do, to be honest, but we may not have a choice. The problem is we keep on moving during the day, or sorry, moving during the night and then sleeping during the day, and it just causes such problems for us. But it is now a clear day, and we seem to have chosen a particularly dangerous route. I see a tree down there, so we are moving in the right direction. Let's move to there. I'm wary about crossing this rocky outcrop with our energy as low as it is. If we sleep again now without the tent, we lose a bit of oxygen and sanity, but we'll actually gain body temperature, so I'm going to do that. As oxygen and sanity is actually something we have to spare at the moment. We could potentially even just sleep again. If I slept for a long time now, that would really knack our body temperature. What about if I slept briefly? So that gets our energy back to full, but our body temperature lower again. But it means our body clock kind of sorts itself out, so I'm going to do that. I just need to keep an eye on my body temperature because it is cold a lot at the moment. I will use my second tea. This is definitely tougher than the scientist mission, I think. Purely because of the terrain and also the temperature. We're going to have to cross these three here. Unfortunately, we do have a cave down there, which we could think about. That's our point of entry. Point of entry? Well, point of interest, I should say. The snow under your feet is churned up as if it was recently moved about. Could someone have been digging around here? We can dig deeper, or we can dig just beneath the surface. Ooh, what do we do here? Let's dig deeper, see if we find anything. You can feel the cold creeping up your arms. To your surprise, you find an old two-way radio in the snow. It is silent. The wet snow has obviously damaged it. Disappointed, you continue your journey, but you spend some time thinking about the person who left that behind. Maybe it was the person who fell to their death. Well, we don't know that they fell to their death. They may yet turn up again at a very helpful moment. We'll just have to see. We've definitely crossed the majority of the mountain. I don't know if we're going to have to head back up there. We'll have to see. Okay, as you gaze around, you notice a faint light in the distance. It flits back and forth, up and down. We're going to approach it carefully. Without letting... Oh, that's not good. We've lost our way. Without too many issues though, but we do get some more... We do get some more experience for doing so, so it's not a bad thing at all. Okay, we've made it to our second point here. What have we found? You enter a cave and see a mountaineer with modern equipment in the middle of cleaning his camera. You draw your attention to yourself and he looks at you inquisitively. He doesn't even bat an eye as you tell him about the time loop and the station you want to bring him to. Just as you're about to leave, you hear a shrill siren. You cover your ears with your hands, your face contorted in pain. Glaring light radiates from the stone and envelops you. I think we made it. Ooh, that was a tough one. Definitely tougher than the scientist one, that's for sure. Okay, well we get a bit more level up, which is good. Yeah, we spent a lot of time in the death zone this time. A lot of things leveling up, lots of items used. We walked quite a bit at night and a lot of dangerous terrain and bad weather. But we are going to hopefully get some more useful benefits from this. We get some more upgrade points for everyone, which is useful. And I just suspect a little bit more story. Your ears are still ringing, but you're slowly starting to get used to the side effects of the anomaly. The mysterious stranger seems to be waiting for you again. You want to know what happened to the former residents of the research station? It's an unsolved mystery. Believe me, I spent a very long time trying to find the answer. They just disappeared, left everything behind. It's almost though they vanished into thin air. The mysterious woman avoids your gaze. You can tell she's hiding something, but the situation seems to be more stressful for her as it is for you. Maybe even more so. If you decide not to press the issue any further, you'll figure out eventually. Please, we need to focus on the task at hand. Keep looking around outside while I run some simulations. I should be done soon. And it's marvellous that we have another ally now. Please talk to each other and learn from each other. The only way we have only hope of escaping from the time loop is if we pull together as a real team. Yeah, I'm not sure the journalist appreciated us coming here. What does the journalist do for us? Whenever you level up, gain 15 energy, 15 body temp, 15 oxygen, 3 sanity, and 0.5 health. That seems pretty useful. 0.5 energy to cost on all terrain. So we'll do light steps. We'll take thirst for knowledge as well. Whenever you reach a point of interest, gain 8 energy. I'm actually going to take that because we go for the... I tend to go for the points of interest quite a lot in general. So I think next time we'll probably go for the... We'll go for the journalist for a change. And what can we do with you, Mr. Scientist? Anything useful? Increased space stats is never going to be a bad thing to grab. So we'll do that. And what about our adventurer here? Increased maximum energy, I think, is also a useful thing to do because we seem to get through a lot of issues. We seem to have a lot of issues with our energy levels. Hard to say. Now we've done 2 of the side missions. What do we think is the 3rd side mission we need to do before we go onto the 2nd mountain? And do we need to do just 1 mission, or do we need to do more than 1? Side mission, find 2 temporal anomalies. Side mission, scale the summit. It's an extremely steep rise, so we need climbing gear. A large mountain with moderate elevation. We need to scale the summit. Also requires a great deal of climbing. And another side mission. So if you finish with... Oh, I see. So when you finish with certain characters, you get additional benefits, additional environment proficiency, it seems like, or different proficiency for certain things. So this seems to be the Mad Scientist 1. That's a level 2 mission. Journalist here, cold nights, but normal weather. So we need to be kind of wary at travelling at night. This one here is only just cold weather. I think we wanted to do something with the journalist, didn't we? We need to be a little bit careful about this because a compact mountain with an extremely steep rise. We'll need to be careful. But I think we'll log that one in. I don't know if we necessarily need the fur gloves though. So we'll go back and do the equipment next time. In the meantime though, is there anything else we can do over here? Not at the moment. We'll get some more knowledge soon and that should help us. But there we go, that's another mission done in Insurmountable, and we're making some good progress. I suspect we still have a long way to go yet. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.